Hello and welcome to today's video. Ladies and gentlemen, it is diary season, planner season, whatever you want to call them. We are coming towards the end of 2024 and we have great planners for coming out for 2025. I'm excited. Let's start showing some. So the first ones I have here today are from one of my favorite brands of notebook. It is myPAPERCLIP. Now, myPAPERCLIP is a company originally from India. They are made, all their notebooks and things are made in India, and they have an Australian branch, myPAPERCLIP Australia, which are doing great things, providing really affordable, well-made notebooks into retailers and their own website, of course, all over the country. So for instance, if you jump on to Poll Prediction, for instance, they retail the products here from myPAPERCLIP, and Poll Prediction is one of my favorite retailers. So I'll actually link down to their website below where you can actually check out a bunch of the myPAPERCLIP products. But I have two of their planners to look at here. I have the 2025 planner, which is a weekly planner, and the 2025 daily planner, which, yep, you guessed it, is a daily planner. So the daily planner is in a soft cover, which is like this sort of faux leather soft cover. And then the weekly planner is in a paperback, which has a nice, beautifully sturdy cardstock cover. I'm going to quickly talk about each of them, show you writing on the paper that they use, as well as sort of doing a quick flip through. So let's start with the 2025 weekly planner. So it says 2025 planner there on the front. The belly band here comes off, of course. It's kept it on here for the introduction. So it's a beautiful, this one's beautiful sort of red, deep red sort of burgundy cardstock, and it's got the myPAPERCLIP little information on the back there. And then on the inside, very, very simple and clean, myPAPERCLIP, and this book belongs to, blank page. And then we get a 2024 calendar. So you could look back on the last year. We get 2025 across 2 pages. So, just a little bit sort of more space for each month. And then we get a 2026 calendar on the back there. Okay, then we get a year planner. This is a really cool feature that I don't think enough diaries kind of have a setup like this. And in a way, this harkens back to my love for things like bullet journaling, because this is like a future log, if you will. There's a little spot for each month where you can do forward planning or sort of yearly blocking out planning, that kind of stuff. Some people might want to put little sticky notes on these, to sort of mark where things are going to be. But it's a really great little layout. I like that a lot. And then we get the month planner, which gives each month a page in the journal. And so you see the days across the top, then each day is numbered with a little circle, and it's very simple, clean layout, little space for notes at the bottom. And you get one of those for each month of the year. And then you get a couple of note pages, which in this position would probably be really good for like future planning into the next year and things like that. They're blank note pages, which is really good. Then we get an important dates page, just a space for name and event, date, and then comments, and once again, note space at the bottom. 2 of those. And then we get into the week planner. So the week setup here is quite a simple one. These weekly notebook style diaries, I really like the layout. You get the week down one side, and then you get, in this case, lined paper down the other side. This has Monday through Friday with full slots, and then Saturday and Sunday sharing a slot there at the bottom. It's very clean, it's very simple. Actually, one thing I will say is I love the font they use. It's super readable, and in that sort of dark grey print, it's not black or anything. It looks really nice on the page, and it's definitely not sort of too contrasted or intrusive. It's a really simple, clean layout, and this continues all through the year until we get to the end of December, as you can see there. And then we get lined paper. And we get a number of pages of that right through to the end of the book. And this is where I've done a little bit of writing about it. So let's read some stats now. So myPAPERCLIP Australia, this weekly planner here retails for $27.90, which puts it at an incredibly good price point alongside competitors that use A, lesser quality paper, and B, sort of more convoluted designs. In fact, I think this one is amazing value considering the quality of what you're getting and the quality of the paper. It's an A5 weekly 2025 planner, which is 148 by 210 millimeters. It's 80 GSM ruled pages of natural shade paper. It's section thread bound, so you can see like little sections there sewn and bound in, which is great. It's a really super secure way of binding a book. It's got a bookmark, as you can sort of see here at the bottom. It's in the matching color, which is excellent, and an elastic enclosure, which you would have seen across the front of the diary at the start. In total, there are 192 pages in this diary. It's environmentally friendly paper and presentational, recyclable, all that kind of stuff. And then after the 34 note pages, you have 16 perforated pages, which are these here. So I'm not sure how well it's going to come up on the camera, but there's a little sort of perforated line on the edge. It's a feature I absolutely love and think more notebooks should include, simply because if you need to tear out a page for whatever reason, let's say you need to leave a note for someone, or a colleague asks if you have a sheet of paper they can use to take notes in a meeting, whatever the case may be. It's awful when you have to tear a page out of the notebook, because it separates one on the other side of the binding or whatever. Here, you keep the binding intact and you can just easily remove one of those perforated pages. I'll come back to the diary, the daily planner in just a minute. But what I wanted to show here is a writing sample with a range of pens. So all of this sample and this first one are done with Alamy 2000 Extra Fine using Diamine Oxford Blue ink. This is like my daily driver at the moment, and a combination I absolutely love. Then a simple Lamy Safari with an extra fine nib and Lamy Black. The Sailor Tuzu with a medium nib with Sailor Black. And then another medium nib, but this is a 14 karat gold medium Kaweco Piston Sport, where I replaced the nib with Lamy Turquoise. And then I've got Platypus Pens M20 with a broad nib with Robert Oster Kids on the Block ink. I did a little sample here of Bay State Blue just because I can. Then we've got a Lamy Rollerball, a Caran d'Ache ballpoint highlighter, which I haven't highlighted, so I'm going to very quickly do that now. A Muji gel pen, a Unipin fine liner, and a 2B lead pencil with a little eraser. It doesn't erase super well, but maybe with a high quality eraser, get a good job on that. And then a Sharpie. So let's look at the reverse of this page. Now, as I said, this is 80 GSM natural shade paper that they use here, and it performs super well. I've used this paper in a range of their notebooks before. The Bay State Blue comes through a little bit, but that's there as a test because that is a very aggressive ink. And of course the Sharpie comes through, but you would expect that. But generally speaking, the paper performs really, really well. If we look at those up close, you can see that nothing has feathered, nothing's spreading too much. Good contrast in the colors, between the Lamy Turquoise, the Kids on the Block, and the black inks. And, once again, looking up now up close at the reverse of that, you can absolutely see the paper has performed really, really well, including actually having relatively low show through, which I find very impressive. Now let's look at the daily planner. So we'll do a quick little walkthrough of this. I'll take this front band off. As I said earlier, this has sort of like a faux leather kind of cover. It's a nice soft cover. It's malleable, it's strong, it's well made, all of those kinds of things. When you open it up, you get this sort of brown or craft sort of colored This Book Belongs To page, and then a simple blank page, which is there for the binding to stick. Then we get the 2024 across one page, like in the weekly, 2025 across 2 pages, and then 2026 on its own page. We once again get this year planner layout, which, as I said, I really enjoy. And then a range of basic sort of note pages. Then we have the important dates page again, another couple of those. And then we start the year. So each day in this particular diary is given a page. So Wednesday, January 1, super clean, simple layout, bold line, and then line ruled all the way down the page. The line ruling goes all the way to the edge, so there's absolutely zero wasted space in this planner. Now, these simply pass through the entire year. So we get right through to the end of December, of course, as you would expect, in this layout. And then at the end of that, there is one lined page, and that's the book. Now, this uses the same paper as the weekly. I really like this simple, clean layout. As the same with the other one, with a tiny little bit of manipulation, you can get it to lay pretty flat. And of course, the more you use it, the more that sort of spine breaks in and softens, and you get a little bit of creasing in it, and it sort of holds itself together very, very nicely. It's a simple layout. It's good quality paper. Let's just talk about a couple of basics in terms of information. Now, as I said, this is the same 80 GSM natural shade paper. In total, there are 384 pages. Now, this is a soft cover A5 slim daily planner. That means it is slightly narrower than A5. It's 127 millimeters by 210 as opposed to 145. I'll just quickly show it alongside alongside the standard A5. So it is a little narrower. It's a similar sort of size, shall we say, to something like a Moleskine daily diary. And I think at this sort of price point and with the quality of what you're getting, I think it's actually much better value. With a planner like this, we're not talking about prices into the 50s in terms of price. We're talking about, depending on where you go, between $30 and $35 for this planner, which I think is great value, seeing as though you've got that sort of faux leather or vegan leather cover. You've got good quality paper. It's that same paper as I showed. It performs well. And as you would have seen, both of these diaries have incredibly practical layouts with nice features and some nice, simple little, extras and things that make them all really enjoyable and usable every day. So a big thank you to myPAPERCLIP here in Australia, myPAPERCLIP Australia, for sending these out for me to show you. So check out their website and check out the multitude of retailers who now stock them, including, as I said, Pole Prediction here in Australia. These are great planners, as you would have seen from my flip through. Great features, great paper, and really good price point. So please like and subscribe, hit the notifications button, all of that kind of stuff. If you've got products you think I should be looking at, or if there is a way you would like to support the channel, I would love to hear from you. In the meantime, enjoy your planners, and I'll talk to you soon.